So what are your thoughts on this camera? I got a new web camera and I wanted to spend no more than £20 because I just was worried that it might actually not be as good as the main one on the computer. But hopefully the sound is better. I felt like the sound wasn't very good on the main camera. But yes, it was only £13, reduced from 40. If I would have bought it brand new, it would have been 40. Got it second hand for 13, and it turned out the guy happened to actually live in Birmingham. I paid for the postage until I realised, oh, he's in Birmingham, and then I asked him where he was, and he said he'd meet me at the station this morning. So yes, I very conveniently managed to get it. I didn't have to wait for postage. But yes, is this better? The colour's slightly better. You can see the orange a bit better. I don't know if it's amazing, but it's definitely better, I think. I have been thinking about the show idea. I still don't know like what I would want to do, but I know that there are a lot of singers that I want to get involved, and I really want like the public to get involved in some sort of way. So I'm going to step completely away from Big Brother. I want nothing to do with that name, that brand. It needs to be something completely separate. I don't want them to get any credit for anything that I do, but at the same time, I guess there'll be some inspiration from that show. But how I see it is I have like a nice house, and okay, you have to film probably an outside of a house. It's a different house, different place, completely different location. But you can even edit it to make it look like it's a real house when really it's actually just a CGI house. And you can have like say during July and August and half of September, I could even invite some of the singers over into my house, and you could have like the green screen of them walking in, and then you can get the sort of CGI house and make it look like they've walked into a house, when really the house that I'm actually in is going to be somewhere completely different, hence no one will know where I am. I think that's an idea. And you can have different houses all over the world, so it doesn't have to be, because before last year I was thinking of having like it all in the same area, like a house here and then lots of different houses, and I can kind of mix between. But yeah, Big Brother putting that show on last year has made me lose all interest in that show. I thought it was very cruel what they did, and I don't understand why they did it. But I have a lot more pissed off angels because of it, because I noticed that there's a lot of singers that sort of popped up during that time, and in fact even I found Snow White and Controlled Anger, Angel of Controlled Anger, and I found Snow White during that week of that show being announced. But yeah, I was very, very angry during that week, that first month. But so yeah, this is, I guess, how I would see it happening. Instead of doing that idea, just do an idea where I am in some sort of house, and there could be like houses all over the world depending on which countries want to get involved. I guess you're going to have to get some sort of permission from the government of the countries, because it is going to have a religious theme, and I don't think Muslim countries should get involved, just because if you insult Islam or insult Muhammad, it could turn into all-out war and stuff. So I feel like there has to be some sort of rule, which is that Muhammad or Allah are not allowed to be mentioned on the show. It is going to be a show for Christians, aimed for Christians, but there's also going to be atheists, and maybe there could be like a Hindu person. I think whoever goes in there should be up to the country themselves. Like, I think I like this idea. I don't know if it's actually going to happen. I don't know if you're okay with this, or if I should do something completely different, but I like the idea of there being like a house where all the public of that country can get involved in the house, and there could be discussions on what people think. But I feel like for people to talk about something, there has to actually be something to talk about, and therefore I like the idea of a bit sort of worldwide, I guess, Big Brother, but it's not Big Brother. I think it should be called House of the Lord, because it gives like, that could just be an idea for a name. It could be something else, but I like that name because I feel like there's a lot of people that think that the church is the sort of the house of the Lord, but it's not. It's just a house full of people. But at the same time, Lord can mean a lot of things. It could mean the people, or it could mean landowner or landlord or God. And I guess so. I would say that's an idea. that. And then how it would be is you'd have them being the focus, the show being around them, and you could invite AJ Miller, or AJ Miller could actually be on the show, but on the Australian version, and you could make it look like during the advertising of it, you could make it look like AJ Miller's going to go into one if he wants to go into one, and all the other houses can connect with AJ Miller to give their views on whether or not they think he's the real Jesus of Nazareth, why they don't think that's the truth, if they don't think it's the truth, but just a place where the housemates can express themselves. I would say that should be 12 housemates, but technically if you want to make it 20 you can do. I think it should be up to the countries, like who goes in there. The production company can mix and match, but I think it would be important not to have some sort of reward. Like, people need to feel like they can come and go according to what they want, you know. I mean, if you have the show and then you have the singers and celebrities also getting involved and giving their opinion, even if it's a fake opinion, giving their opinion based on what their character names are, that would be an idea. But there's quite a lot of singers and celebrities, and if there's going to be like different houses popping up all over the world at the same time, it would be interesting to have the singers and celebrities, you know, enter into some of these different houses just as their character, and instead of meeting me, they can meet the housemates and give an opinion, just to get people to express their opinion. It's not about insulting anyone, but rather it's about getting people to express their opinions, and then having a sideshow where people in the country can express their opinions on the opinions of the people in the house. I mean, that would be one. If I was to choose a way to like rise or expose myself as being Christ, because the world is so big, and a lot of people don't speak the same language, you know, I think this is a good idea, because everyone in the house, they would have to be able to speak English. I think there'd be two conditions, which is that they have to be able to speak English, and they have to be respectful towards Christians, I guess, because this is about Christ. But yeah, they don't have to agree. If you want to get strong atheists in there, you can do. I would just avoid the Muslims, because there might be a lot of aggravated people over it. So ignore or avoid that topic. But yeah, if it's just promoted as some sort of, I mean, an idea is like, if AJ Miller, I don't know when he's going to be exposed. I would say it should be straight after people start talking to me. But that could be an idea where he promotes the idea that he's going to go onto some sort of worldwide house show. And a lot of people can enter into this house, talk about their belief, and also get to meet and speak with this AJ Miller. I mean, I'm sure there's lots of people that want to put a lot of money into this promotion. Why? Because I'm God, I'm Christ. But if you do some sort of show where you make it look like it's not about me, but rather it's about AJ Miller, or perhaps even Martin Dodd, I don't know if he wants to get involved. I think it's different with him because people don't know who he is. Like, AJ Miller is been making films and doing recording for quite a long time, so people have an idea of who he is. And same with all the singers and celebrities. People have warmed up to them, hence they feel familiar. They would feel that they'll feel a familiarity with them and the type of person that they portray on their public profile and stuff. So they'd feel comfortable with those people. But yeah, if you have a show that kind of looks like it's all about AJ Miller, or perhaps even Martin Dodd, and maybe even a few other fake Christs, I don't know, but it would be interesting to have a religious type of Big Brother, but a TV show that's promoted all around the world as being some sort of a religious discussion, with the sort of Christian theme-based stuff. So if you completely hate Christianity, and if you know that talking to Christians is just going to piss you off and make you want to kill everyone, then you shouldn't go on the show. So it would be Christian people that are tolerable, or are understanding to that. I think that would be the best way to keep anger, because a lot of people get quite angry if their religion is challenged and stuff. But so yeah, that's an idea, and I don't know if that's something that should happen. And I could be in a separate nice house where I just have like some sort of video chat, and I express my belief that I'm Christ and why I am, and talk to people and see who believes and who doesn't, and the different producers from the different countries can kind of see how the world is accepting it or believing it or understanding it. Are even in different states. The America has lots of different states and counties that are, some are more religious than others, so you might not even, you could even have like different houses for the different states, or for like 4 states for one house. I don't really know how, I don't know how much funding people want to put into this, but this is the event that's going to change the whole world, so I'm sure there's a lot of people that want to put funding into it. But I think stage 1, because stage front 1 is going to be like a friendly kind of stage, I feel like the whole world should get involved except for the Muslim countries. So even if South Africa want to get involved, Big Brother is all over the world, and I think any country where Big Brother is safe to air, I'm not sure if there's, I don't think Big Brother have ever been in Morocco or Tunisia, but because it's going to be mostly for Christians, it could only air in countries that have a Christian community. I don't know if China want to get involved. I mean, in stage 1, I would say China might even get involved, because I don't know, it's just giving religious views. What does China think of AJ Miller being the real Jesus? What does I have loads of questions about how people think, and I think a lot of people have lots of views on this, and therefore if there is some sort of show that doesn't put the focus on me, but rather puts the focus on all the housemates. My opinion is just one opinion of many opinions, and my opinion is equally as valid to anyone else's opinion. To my whole sister, that's kind of the sort of thing my sister thinks. That's how she thinks, and how that doctor, that neurologist guy thinks. My opinion is just one opinion, and therefore you need to have a show like this because the opinions of others are just as valid as mine. I think that's the best way to play stage 1, and I don't really want the focus on me, because people are going to realise how angry I am over being ignored for 11 years and made to have a shitty, horrible life. So yeah, that's an idea that I would say. And then stage 2 would be the sort of arrest stage, where things change and it will be done in a different way. I'm not too sure in what way, but yeah, that would be more about seeing the variety of how much people hate me, or maybe they won't. I don't know. Maybe there'll be a lot of smart people that do believe and do accept. I can't get any opinions right now because I do feel invisible. I feel like just the world just isn't accepting, or isn't caring, or isn't interested, and there's something in their brains that are just making people forget about me. I've had quite a lot of people over the years say that they believe. Where are they? If they believe, why are they not following my page? Why are they not watching my videos? Why have they just blanked everything out and just continued on like normal? I don't know. There's something very weird about humans. And then yes, I think stage 3, definitely all countries should get involved in that, even the Muslim countries. Like, I think that's really just about seeing how sick people are. But yeah, it should probably only be like the sick people of all the different countries. Hence, England might not actually get that involved in that stage. But I don't know, England's not that bad, I don't think. England rioters are different to American rioters. England rioters, you get a car on fire, but that's about it. In America, you'll get a lot more than just one car on fire. But anyway.